everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sofa Petty. If you're not new here, thank you for sticking around. What? That's crazy. Thank you. I love you too. Mwah. As you can see, I have finished my closet. It's all done and it's no longer broken. We finished my closet in about one weekend, so Saturday and Sunday, and then I installed the shelves this morning. So this is the same day as when I ended the last video. If you haven't seen the last video, that's me and my mother building my closet. So if you want to go see that and see how it goes, because maybe you're inspired, go check that out. And if you want to know the state of my closet before that, go watch the video right before that where my closet was collapsed. It concaved on itself and I had to clear out everything, and I had a broken closet for a while. But now we are no longer broken. We are no longer building. We are now going to be loading my closet. Oh, I'm so happy and I'm so excited, and this feels so nice. And it feels even nicer knowing that I played a part in building my closet. I mean, a pretty big part, you know. I built most of the entire closet, and it's definitely different than before, and I actually really enjoy that. I like looking at something that's like kind of new to my eyes, you know, but understanding that I did it really is the best part. So we're gonna call this the closet series. I know it's the last episode for me to be calling it the closet series. Let's think of it as a cute little trilogy moment, yeah? So what's happening now is I am actually gonna start loading my clothes back into my closet. I had a nice shower, I relaxed for the morning. I really want to get to this because my bed looks crazy. So I've already been thinking of a system for how this is gonna go down. So what you see right here, the reason why this middle one doesn't have a bottom shelf is because this is going to be for all of my maxi dresses, my longer coats and things like that. And I have space under to put things like my laundry basket, like my storage box and my shoe cubby. Things like that are gonna be going under it. So we had to make room for that. Initially, the plan was to have shelves all the way around, but we just thought this would look so much better. And I feel like just looking at it empty, it really does look better. And then my side shelves are going to be two different things. Because I have a lot of jackets and sweaters and outerwear items, I'm going to be using the wall over here for my two shelves to separate out all of my jackets and sweaters, and I think that will apply weight evenly amongst the two bars. And then over here on the other side, it's going to be probably a little bit lighter in terms of the load, because the top one is going to be for t-shirts and tank tops that I usually have hung up, and then this bottom row is going to be all my pants. And I think this is going to be a lot better than how my closet was before, especially because there is a lot of pieces in here that are reinforcing the pole and the wall, and I think it'll just hold a lot better than the first time. I think that's where they probably went wrong, allowing the weight to be all sunken in the middle and not supported in the middle instead. So honestly, I'm not looking for this to be a long video. I kind of just want to get all of my clothes in now, and I'm going to take some time to think about the other items that are going to be put on the shelves. I don't want to just load everything in my closet like it's just storage. I want to be kind of particular on what that looks like. First, we're going to do all the clothes, and then we are going to do all the other items, like my guitar, like my costume stuff, which I consulted with my mom. She said I should just keep them all because you never know when you're going to need them, either like for an audition that requires me to be a witch or to be in Scream. I don't think I will make a Scream franchise, but I would love to be in a slasher. If anyone's making a slasher and want to put me in it, I can make myself scream. I can scream. I'm gonna go ahead and start. I think I'm gonna start with pants because I know I don't have as many. Let's go ahead and fast forward through these pants. I like it, and I feel like I even have more room than I did last time, especially because a lot of this corner throughout like the entire closet, these corners were not able to be in use from like here to here. So I only had like maybe that much room to hang everything, whether it was pants, jackets, shirts, like whatever. Now I get to utilize the entire wall, and I'm actually really happy about that. I'm just excited to see this place full. Okay. Okay, I am back again. I did take a very long break from yesterday. By that, I mean it's the next day. And it's the next day because yesterday just ended up being too busy. I started to get overwhelmed while loading my closet, knowing that I had other things to take care of. I had acting class and I had a production meeting. For acting class, you have to memorize like a completely different script every week. So I wanted to make sure I had the time to memorize. And I felt like I couldn't divide my time between putting things in my closet and memorizing. So I chose memorizing over my closet because I have today, and now today I'm completely free. Let me just show you what I've done. As you can see, my little guys are back. A good amount of my jackets and sweaters are up over here. All the pants I have here, and you can see the only item I really brought in was my laundry basket. So it's my laundry basket actually, and my suitcase is behind here, and that might move again potentially because now it is like kind of shrinking the space of my pants. Sorry, I have not spoken that much this morning, so my voice is a little but I do have some more clothes to put in. I do have a whole sofa downstairs full of my clothes, and I have a smaller pile on my bed. And then I think I'll be ready to load in the physical stuff. I still want to map it out just a little bit. There are some things that I know are just like, priority, you're going in here. Other things, not so much. I should eat first. Let me eat first and then we'll continue. Okay, I just finished eating my breakfast. It was so good. I have a photo. You can see it right there. Y'all, take time when you're making breakfast. It's so important. It's so important. I am going to just continue hanging up my clothes until I get my closet filled, and then I feel like I've said this like 1,000 times. We are then going to put the other random stuff in here strategically. All of my clothes are loaded into my closet. It feels amazing. I love the space, and I don't know, there's just something. I was trying to tell my mom yesterday, there's something about it that I can't quite pinpoint. I think it feels like a set closet is probably what I'm feeling. A closet from like my childhood, like something you saw like Hannah Montana or like iCarly, like our girls had a big old closet like this. It's no longer echoey in here, which is also really nice because obviously everything is filled almost to the brim. But I really also enjoyed the way that I separated all of the clothes. Like I think this makes sense for the load of all of my clothes. Here's the thing. Some of my jackets are pretty long. Some of my shirts are a little long. I don't want to put them on this maxi rack because I want all the dresses and the longer stuff to have their space. But I think it's going to make putting things on the shelf a little difficult, and that's where I feel like I have to be super strategic. So right now I just know that I barely want anything actually on the floors of the closet. And if it really comes down to that, it has to look good, which might be a little difficult. Let me go figure that out. Okay, so here I have my basket of hangers. I want to put it here, so I'm just gonna place it and see what it looks like. So it's like, this is what it would look like being here, but like that's not aesthetic. Now here's what I could do. I could just put the things that are shortest in the front here. Let me think on it. Let me just sit with that. I'm gonna measure out the size of the cubbies and stuff that I have, see what that looks like. So with the cubbies that I have, it's a 1x1. So they will all sit about this tall. I guess I don't mind too much, at least on this side. It's this side that might have some issues. Okay, new plan. I stick to the cubbies being on the top row. Oh, I did not think I was going to run into a conflict until right now. I'm just gonna start bringing in other stuff and see what happens. I feel like that worked out. I think it can still be really nice to have right back there. Okay, lovely. Now this isn't the shoe cubby I was talking about, but this is one of the shoe cubbies that I have. And here is my first bucket of bags. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. I think it fits pretty well against the wall, and if the clothes aren't really bothered, then neither am I. My second and last bin of bags, and again, not completely bothered. Okay, I decided to put my memory box, I believe, in this corner. Okay, I kind of made something work. That's this side and most of the floor done. Going to figure out this corner, this side of the shelf. So now that we're on this side of the closet, I have no idea what I want to do over here. The main things I wanted to fit in here are the things on this side, and now they do. So whatever goes over here, let me look around at what is left. The main things I have left are the cubbies. So maybe I'll just come back to this shelf a little bit later and I'll focus on the things I want to do up top. So let's put a pin in this. So for the shelves up top, I know that I want to do things like my cubbies and other things like my guitar, my ukulele, and my baton. So let's just start with those easy things to put away. The baton, the guitar, and the ukulele still give me enough space on the sides to put a few cubbies, but again, I'm not putting all the cubbies in there, so there are things that I am going to be getting rid of, which makes my giveaway pile, my donation pile, a lot bigger, but that's a good thing. You know, there's things that I'm getting rid of, which means I'm clearing a lot of space, and it means people get to have a lot of different things. I think I do actually want to put a cubby somewhere on this side because I'm going to be able to access my bigger bags. I have bigger purses along with backpacks and like weekender bags. So those bags that I put on this side in those bins, those are not necessarily like full-size backpacks and weekender bags and or even drawstring bags. It is just like purses, mini backpacks, mini purses, tote bags, fanny packs. Like that's what all of that is. Yeah, I have a lot. It happens. Unless I move the memory box over to this side actually, and I keep all the bags together on this side. So with that, I have to make a separate cubby. So let me go ahead and do that really quick. Okay, I did it. I made another cubby, and it's for all of my plushies. So things I want to like basically pass down to my children is why I have them here. So all of my duffel bags, drawstrings, big purses, and weekender bags. And then we have all of my hats, beanies, visors, and caps. Then all of my plushies, and then all of my backpacks. My room is looking a lot clearer than before, but I have a really big donation pile. But I only have a few things left because I'm really debating on just not putting certain things in my closet and maybe even just trashing them. So I think the smaller items that, you know, don't take up too much space are gonna go on my sweater side. I have this is my electronics box. I might actually change it to a bigger box because this is not cutting it anymore. It's like, it won't stay closed. It's like struggling to stay closed. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, this is a much better box that I have for all of my electronics. I kind of just toss a bunch of things in there. So I have stuff for my DJI mics. I have PlayStation controllers and wires I might need for my computer, wires I need for anything miscellaneous. So that's gonna go right here in the bottom, and it does not take up a lot of space. And I grabbed a few more things. So I have my fan as well, and I do take it out occasionally when it gets hot. It's about to get really hot. It's already like 70 degrees today. A few days ago it was in the 90s. So I'm going to be taking that back out soon, so at least I know exactly where it is and it won't be there for long. Now, something else I know for sure I want to have up here, if it fits, fingers crossed, is my helmet. So if it doesn't fit, I am going to figure out a way to put it on the bottom shelf here, or I'm going to put it somewhere towards the floor because I know it's a bigger box. So let's see what we can get. Oh, beautiful. Something else that I want to do, I think I want to do it along this side of the wall, is I want to take some clips and use those to hold my belts. Oh, I think I'm supposed to have tape. Okay, I actually found something that's going to work even better, and they are actual hooks, adhesive hooks. So I'm just going to put one on each side and then I'll hang them up. Great, I have hooks. And on one side, I'm gonna hang my actual belt. This one, and this one, and this one. These are just like waist accessories, not actual belts. So we'll hang these on the other side. I love that. Hold on, I need to stand back and look at what I've done. This is so cute. I still have a lot of stuff down here that I don't want to put anything else in here. I'm comfortable with what I have, so either the stuff in here is going in the trash or it's being donated. Pause. I did remember that I do have all my costume stuff, and I'm actually going to put that in a cubby and put it on this side over here, and then that should truly be the last one, I promise. So let me go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna put 2 more cubbies that I just finished hammering in. My closet will finally be done. I'm going to gather up bags for everything that I'm donating, and I'll show you that after, but first let me put these 2 up here. Now I think that is it. Thank God. Now I'm going to collect everything that I'm getting rid of. Okay, obviously I'm feeling very optimistic because these are all the clothes I think could sell. This is the pile I am gonna donate. So obviously my sell pile is bigger than my donate pile, but I think I'm gonna go to Buffalo Exchange. But also I know I have a friend who really wants to go through my clothes, so I'm going to save them for her, and I'm just gonna let her know that I have a pile that's ready for her. I don't really think she's gonna want anything in this bag anyway, so all of this stuff is for sure going to be donated. The rest of my room room definitely needs some TLC, so I'm gonna figure out how to deal with that. But for now, I want to thank you so much for watching this video, the third of my installment, and seeing me organize my closet and everything that came with it. Thank you so much for watching the first video, the second video, and the third video if you have. If you haven't, please go and do that. It'll be a much more fluid series that way, and I think you might like it. But again, thank you so much. I'm gonna go grab some water and some food and start editing and cleaning and probably take a nap somewhere in between. But for now, I'll see you in the next one, whatever I decide to do now that this series is officially over. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!